We're going to be having a very special and intriguing keynote session now. Again, on the same topic of the research report. This is going to be about MarTech Landscape in India. Keynote session. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Meera Raman, Chief Strategy Officer, CXM, Dentsu India. Can I please have Meera ma'am back on stage? Thank you so much. And ma'am, on that note, over to you.
Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for coming here and listening to all of us talk a lot of some sense, I hope. This is a different kind of a report that we've come out today, which is on the MarTech landscape per se. There's a lot of noise that is happening. There's a lot of chatter. But it is, at the end of the day, transforming business across the country. What is MarTech? And I'm 100% sure that if there are, I think, this 100 odd people in this room, we might come up with about 20 different answers about what is MarTech. It's not a fancy word for digital advertising. It's, like I like to call it, it's the cooler version of a more complex version of digital marketing. From CRM systems to content management, from analytics platform to e-commerce solutions. I think it's an entire technology ecosystem that powers today's the marketing landscape that we have. The numbers tell us a very impressive story. This is from the Indian Digital Advertising Report that we launched last month. 2001 was about a 353 crore market, but we predicted that by 2025 we will reach about 59, and that's almost a double that we would be able to do. CAGR of about 20 odd percent, 19.09% is what we're growing at. There's an AFCOM report that talks about how by about 2025, it will be 100 to 150 billion market that we would have overall in the market, the MarTech market as we're talking about. So why is this a new phenomena, this new kid on the block? We've identified there are four broad, let's not talk about the entire universe, but there are four broad things that we talk about. First, the widespread digital transformation across industries. Everybody, there's nobody who can say that, we don't deal with MarTech anymore. The strong government support through initiatives like Digital India. There's a booming there's a booming startup ecosystem, SaaS, deep tech, you hear it every day, and it's working. And then, of course, the digital commerce that we have, the e-commerce, digital retail that we have. These are the four main pillars on which the entire the MarTech is now growing on. What's particularly exciting is how MarTech innovation has moved from being from the periphery, from the edges, right to the core of business strategy. Today, MarTech is no longer something that a CMO takes a decision on. It is a CIO decision. The CMO works very, very closely. In a lot of cases that we meet people, is the CIO who gets involved in what kind of MarTech stack are you going to put up. Our research shows that more than 79% of people are from a budget allocation are moving 10% towards innovation on MarTech, and 56% are moving more than 20% towards innovation. AI, ML, immersive experiences, gamification techniques, blockchain technologies are all the buzzwords. Maybe actually not buzzwords, a little more than buzzwords, to be very honest. They're all acting and working for us. Talking of buzzwords, it's not one. It's a practical, transformative force in Indian marketing, at least. Big companies like Big Basket, ShareChat, you've got PhonePe, And you've got Zomato's. I mean, seriously, Zomato knows more about what I want than I know. I wake up in the middle of the night and just accidentally touch my phone and it tells me, "Are you hungry?" And I was hungry. The percentage of CMOs who actually are agreeing that Gen AI is going to make a difference in terms of content. There were more skeptical people in the past, the numbers coming down, and very soon there'll be fewer and fewer people who will be able to say that no, Gen AI will never make content that moves us. Again, the next thing that we kind of, when we were researching on this, we found that with third-party data, with all the data privacy rules that are coming up, the first-party data is really it's becoming important for us to be able to own our data and to do more work on it. It's no longer it's no longer you're capturing data, taking that on board. What are you doing with it? We understand that 82% are struggling to understand consumer behavior. 80% find it challenging to stay ahead. And about 78% still find it difficult to deliver personalized experiences to their customers. While Indian companies are responding by developing more and more thoughtful, transparent approaches to data, it is important for us to appreciate and understand that we're still not there. There are people who still, should I move? You're not able to see the screen. We're still challenged on using our data. We don't know what is the periphery, what is the boundary that divides privacy and data usage right now. Still trying to figure it out. Hopefully another year or so max, we should be able to understand better on that. 5G. It's the most understated technological advance that we have today. Quietly revolutionizing everything that we see today. Think of Tanishq, the virtual try-on. Think of Tata Motors, the showrooms that they have. Think of the app that they have, the color app that Asian Paints has. You can see your entire house without even moving anywhere. Think of Lenskart. I love it. I just love to go spend time on it and go look at how different kind of glasses, how weird red frame glasses look on me. I love doing that. But that's everything that 5G is able to help us do. And at least from what it can do, we have no clue right now. The possibilities are immense. Another key factor is vernacular. The distance between the urban cities, what was traditionally called the tier 1 cities, and what was traditionally tier 2 and tier 3 are now blurring. Thanks to COVID, everybody is everywhere. And vernacular is taking a very important stance in digital. 22 official languages in India, hundreds of dialects, and everybody is doing what you and I are doing over here. There's no reason why somebody sitting in one remote village, and I refuse to name a village, but some remote place is not sitting and is not creating fancy Instagram reels or TikTok reels. Statistics show that about 90% of new internet users consume regional language content. There's a huge growth in voice searches year on year, and that's 75% by 2025. They stated that 75% of consumers, India's internet consumers, will be consuming vernacular content. Success metrics, very clearly, these are the people who've done it, and we can see what they've done. New customer experiences. Again, some numbers for you. What I find great over here is that 75% of marketers, all of us in this room, we agree that every touch point must be addressed. It's no longer a single point of contact with your customer, but every single place, every place they interact with the brand must be addressed, and in a sequential fashion where we tell the entire story. Three key trends over here. AI gatekeepers, protecting customers, you have intuitive interactions, make it easier, make it natural for people to move around, and of course, anticipation. Make it the way they want it. Whether you call it personalization, whether you call it intuition. Talking about personalization, it's a paradox. All of us, we want a personalized experience, but I don't want to share data. I will talk about 100 different reasons why I don't want to share data. But companies like DIGIXX, Big Basket, Make My Trip, got an absolutely transparent value system. They tell you very clearly, if you go to Make My Trip, it tells you that I'm storing your data so that I'm able to understand what kind of trips. You read the clause that you have before you say I will share your data. That one single line, I'm willing to share your data. Very, very clear about why they're sharing this, why they're asking you to share data. Progressive disclosures, whether it's Urban Company or Cred, I mean, Cred does it brilliantly. It tells you time and again, over and over a period of time when you're using the app, it keeps telling you, listen, I'm doing this. You're okay with it? I'm doing this. Are you okay with it? Preference centers. Making it, they've allowed people to move back and forth, which again is a very, very big thing in it. At the end of the day, respect people's privacy, respect people's choices, and that's your ultimate engagement metric as we can see it. How do we go through all of this? Well, there are significant challenges. There are integration complexities. You will have data privacy complexities, but particularly with the in IPTP bill, that's really is causing a lot of heartache amongst all of us who've been used to doing business in a certain manner. The skill gaps, they persist because not everybody is able to catch up with technology. Even if my mother, who's 75 years old, has an iPad and a phone and a smart TV, and she beautifully navigates, and she tells me how I do mirror kar do. And yet, there are gaps where it is needed. The text landscape is changing every day. How do you keep up? Then, of course, the money's budget constraint limits every possibility, particularly for the small and medium businesses. These are challenges that can be turned into opportunities. Our linguistic diversity, it opens doors for localized solutions, whether they are voice searches, voice AI, the emerging technologies like blockchain, AR, VR. A lot of businesses are using this. Automotive uses it brilliantly. Online retail uses it brilliantly. The scalability and flexibility on cloud platforms, you don't need premise. The amount of money that saves is immense. And of course, the vibrant startup ecosystem that we have with SaaS, deep tech, etc. These have all taken those challenges and kind of made the maximum out of it. In the report, and if you will all please read the report, we've kind of, all this was the preface. This is what the report really is, the crux of the report. We've identified 6 main recommendations for this year. And I will take you through each one of them very, very briefly. I will not bore you because it says my time is up over here and I told her that I will finish it fast. So very, very quickly. Hyper-personalization at scale. That's the first recommendation that we have. Take your customer insights, create dynamic content, real-time interaction with your customers, and make sure that you are not interacting with your consumer at only one platform. Make sure all your interactions are interconnected across the platforms that they are interacting with you on. The second one is focus on vernacular. We spoke about vernacular. Third is data privacy and compliance. Again, we spoke about it. Privacy by design. Design it in advance. There is a checklist that you will find in the report, which you can use to be able to make sure that you're kind of following all of things. One of them, which we often miss out, is employee training. If our people do not know what needs to be done, a lot of times that is the biggest pitfall that we encounter. Integrate your online and offline experiences. Omnichannel is key, and whether it is the consistency of your engagement across channels or it is your real-time engagement. An open ecosystem, yes. Continuous learning programs. Skilling, we spoke about the skill gap earlier. Cross-functional collaboration. It's no longer the game of only one department, marketing. It is, at the end of the day, it's marketing as much as it is IT, as much as it is the security infosec department. Startup engagements, something that we do very well at Dentsu is an intrapreneur system where we encourage people to be able to think like like a startup owner. Go ahead and think and be and come up with solutions for not just our clients but also internally in the organization. ROI focused, and this is something that the business asks us, and it's time that we own the ROI. It's not. It's those are gone are the days where we said that we're giving you visibility and that's really it. Every single rupee has to be accounted for, and we might as well take the front. We might as well go on front foot on that. Invest in predictive and prescriptive approaches, whether it is behavior prediction, trend identification, campaign optimization, or continuous measurement. Do it, use AI, use ML to be able to make that happen for you. Just a couple of things before I go. The focus is different for enterprises and SMBs. Focus for enterprises could be on optimizing your existing stacks, developing future-proof strategies, and investing in specialized talent. Whereas for small and medium businesses, we recommend a staged approach, focusing on resource optimization first and then selecting the right technologies to be able to maximize impact. The right technology at the right time. The road ahead, AI and automation, voice and vernacular, privacy and data, immersive experiences. Those organizations that don't do this are going to stay behind. Let's all kind of make the most of it. What does success look like? Strategic technology adoption, strong data foundations, continuous skill development, and customer-centric implementation. These are all opportunities for innovation. These are all places where we can innovate. And 5 final key takeaways, and this is going to be repetitive, and the reason I'll probably be saying the same thing, I think a couple of things I would have said more than 5 times. It's become the core of our business and not just a supporting technology. AI, 5G, voice technologies, these have come up and are going to be ruling. Balancing personalization with privacy and our diversity. Make the maximum of it, use vernacular. Time for transformation is now, and for me to go. Thank you so much.